Hello, this is Darren Hammond, and I am your teacher for English 102, which is critical reading and writing, and I'm really excited to have you in the course. This video is to give you just an overview of what we're going to do. I have posted the syllabus, which is a policy contract between you and I. So it states what I plan to do for you and what you plan to do for me. And by taking the course, we're kind of in agreement on the way things are going to go. So you can hold me to it, and I will hold you to it. There are a few wording issues there that indicate things like attendance, which obviously don't apply to our online course, but most of the things do, and you can just ignore the things that don't. A little bit about myself. I live in Rexburg, Idaho, so I don't live directly in Pocatello, and I love to teach English, both writing and reading, and I haven't always been that way. Back in high school, I went through a long period of time, in fact up until my senior year, and I didn't read but one book called Pigman by Paul Zindel, if any of you are familiar with that. I was sitting around with my friends who, like myself, were interested in sports and girls and things like that. We were sitting around watching a movie called Aliens, and that dates me, doesn't it? I feel old. But we're sitting around watching a movie, and I looked over at my friend Morgan Hammerbeck, who was reading a very thick book off in the corner with a little lamp, just above him. The rest of the room was dark, and he was sitting there, and I asked him, what in the world are you doing? Is that for a class or something? And he said, no. And I said, why are you reading it? And he said, I'm just reading it, just to read it. And so I called him a nerd or a geek or something like that. And he responded to me something to the point that look around the world and look at the people who read a lot and the people who don't, and see who the successful ones are. His point being that people like me would end up being less than successful. Well, I took it to heart. I felt bad, and I decided to begin reading, and I started with a teeny little book called Animal Farm, and if you're familiar with it, it's about this big, and it's about talking animals, among other things. And I read through it in a couple days, and I thought, well, this reading stuff is not that bad, and I moved to something weightier after that point. 1984 by George Orwell, who also wrote Animal Farm, and found that I enjoyed that too. And so by the end of my senior year, I kept reading, and I had read about 100 books. And I found that I liked it, and I also found something that is important for myself and for you as my student. I found that my grades improved immensely. And it didn't matter if I was reading the textbooks for classes, which came much later that I started doing that. just the act itself of reading, and I got into writing a bit as well. Just that act empowered me. It made me smarter. It made my brain work differently. And science actually proves now that reading, thinking, writing, learning, all these things change the way your brains work. They change your neural pathways. And so the act of reading a book actually changes your brain. And if it's a decent book, then it changes your brain for the better. And that's how I approach this class. And that's where my passion for reading and writing comes from. If you will give me 100% this semester, I promise you that your grades will go up, that your brain power will become enhanced, and that you will be a stronger student and person as a result. So there are benefits right now in college life, and there are benefits for the future. I'm going to try and make additional videos that give you some specifics on some of the assignments and things that we're working on, but this is just an introduction. So again, I'm Darren Hammond. Feel free to reach me on the Google Plus Hangouts. I think that will be a really neat feature for us this semester. We can speak face to face about your papers and your writing and your reading and so forth. If you see that I'm on, great, just start a hangout, they call them, with me. But if you would like to schedule a certain time, I'm not always on there, so if you'd like to schedule a certain time, just let me know and I'll be on there, and we'll make an appointment to talk about your work together, or chat about whatever you need to talk about. I'm really excited for this course. I'm excited to get to know you through your writing, and I think we'll have a great time together. My email address and all that information is through Moodle, and that's going to be our primary vehicle for doing our work this semester is through Moodle. You also see that there is another site that I refer to as our website, so be on the lookout for that as well. And good luck this semester. You'll have a great semester, and I will help you however I can. So let me know what I can do, and I look forward to great things from you. Thanks.